What is happening, guys? Welcome on back to the Easy Guide walkthrough for Shadow of the Erdtree. So last episode we took on the Dark Light Catacombs, as well as Inquisitor. This episode we are taking out Abyssal Woods, the Manse, and also Midra. So we got a lot of stuff to do, so let's get going. If you haven't already, I would put on a Sacred Affinity on your shield. Ash of War does not matter too much. Also, a few things to have here. We'll talk about this at the next grace. We don't quite need it yet. We're going to need some assassin spells. So some assassins incantations to make us less visible. That's going to help a lot in this area. You'll see this is a pretty freaky area. If you wanted to even try to use Torrent here, the Spectral Steed is frightened and cannot be summoned. Pretty crazy. Kind of a shocking area. So there's a lot of lore behind this area. If you wanted to learn about it, you just look it up. I'm not here to discuss the lore, but it's pretty crazy stuff. So Abyssal Woods. This area is not as bad as you may think. It's hoaxed up and overhyped to be a little worse than it actually is. I'll show you guys an easy path to get through this. Go ahead and get the first grace here. And then we're going to be taking out an invader. Not really an invader, just an NPC type of deal up here. I'd highly recommend using the Grand Bolt. If you don't have it, grab that. It'll make your life a lot easier here. This one will not heal, so that's a good thing. So, Mending Hand, we're going to go up here. Let's see if I can get another attack off here. And I might be able to kill him here. I should kill him with that. Nope. Okay, he just needs a poke. He just needs a poke. Got him with the shield. Once he's dead, I forgot I can't use Torrent down here. That's going to give you the Matting Hand. So it's martial arts type of fist, but it uses a frenzy. So it's kind of a cool weapon. We're going to make our way through just following this path then. And then we want to make our marker on this map so we head in the right path. So go ahead and mark that marker and head toward that marker. This will give us the map to this location. Surprisingly, there's not too many enemies out here. In terms of what is out here, there's some pretty freaky stuff out here, but in terms of the types of enemies and how much, there's not very many. I don't know why my shield didn't block that. So up here, there's going to be a church, and we're going to get a scad tree upgrade, as well as a map. And also a grace, too. Go ahead and get the map of the Abyss. Go ahead and get your grace. And go get the scad. From here, we are actually going to go back to the grace we were just at. So the Woodland Trail, we're going to go back there. And now we're going to put on a lot of stuff. So let's talk about what we're going to do here. First off, we're going to put on the trusty Black Knife set. So Black Knife Hood, Black Knife Armor, Black Knife Gauntlets. Where are they? Those are blades. Okay, Black Knife and Black Knight. So put on all the Black Knife stuff. And then we're going to take off this talisman right here, and we're going to put on the Concealing Veil talisman. So the Concealing Veil, if you don't have it, go look it up and go grab it. It conceals wear while crouching away from foes. And on top of that, we're going to rest here. Yeah, we actually can pull off all our weapons here. We won't need anything except Assassin's Gambit. So put on Assassin's Gambit, and then rest of the grace, and we're going to put on a spell here. we're gonna, instead of, let's see here, let's see here, flame grant me strength, we really don't need that. Let's put on, instead of that, we're gonna go up to Assassin's Approach. So this will silence footsteps, reduces fall damage and sound. This will make us basically invisible, or as invisible as we possibly can be. This will help a lot in this area. And then once we do that, we're gonna mark over here, right about here. We just want to make sure we're heading in the right direction. If you don't have your map cleared off too, make this a lot easier. Just clear off your map. And then we're going to place a marker right there. And we're going to head to it. Go ahead and turn your lantern off if you want to as well. And wherever that marker is, that's where we're heading to. So west in this direction. Go ahead and take out your blade. And then keep on Assassin's Approach, and we're going to go through this. So go on the lower level here. Cast the spell and the Ash of War, and then we're going to make our way through here. This first part's pretty simple. Actually, the whole thing is pretty simple if you just follow my path. We're going to book it right over here to this next grace. And this is where it starts to get not challenging, just you have to pay a little bit more attention. So this is the Abyssal Wood Grace. This is the main grace of this area. You want to see where we are? This is right where we are. So I was pretty close. I tried to mark the grace exactly. I was a little bit off. Now we want to mark over this area. So we want to go in this direction over here. So if you want to do 2 markers too, it might be helpful, because the way this works actually is we go actually over here and then we cut back around to the manse, which is over here. So if you wanted to mark 2 of them, you could, or if you just want to mark 1, that's also fine. I actually might just mark 2, and that way I might just work my way over there. Let's just do that. That way we know. Where'd 1 go? Apparently I still have a marker out there somewhere. There we go. Alright, so those things right there, those things with orange glowing heads, if you play Bloodborne, these might remind you of an enemy from there. They cannot be killed except for if you parry them, but I suck at parrying, so we're not even going to try that, because this is the easy guide. We're going to sneak right by them. There's no need to fight something, we can just sneak right by it. So we're going to use the cover here, as well as our spells. And we're going to make ourselves an assassin, and we're going to sneak through here. We're just going to follow the path I'm taking. Careful. If you... Yeah, this is bad. We don't want to... We alerted the 1, but he doesn't actually see us, so we're actually good here. We just have to be quick, careful, and quiet here for a second. So he did catch us, but he doesn't see us though, so we are actually okay here. Let him do his breathing, and then once if he does that, stops breathing, then we're good to go again. Let's go ahead and cast. Go ahead and make your way to the next room. We're going to stay on the edges here. We're just going to keep running on through here. Use the cover again. Crouch when you're getting closer here. We're going to take one of these places at a time. We're going to crouch, go over here. This section. We're going to wait till he's crouched around there. And then we're going to jump right here, apply this again. And run to the next one. And run on through there. That's actually the hardest area of this area, so... It's a lot worse than it seems. So these are actually going to be horn scent, so these aren't going to be those creatures, but as well, if you wanted to not have to fight them, you can just use this to go right by them. We're just making our way slowly over to where we want to go. We want to make our way over to 1. That's why we have a marker over there. Just continue on through. Just follow the wall over. If you get stuck, once you find the wall, just continue to take the wall over to the left then. Got a little bit too close to that guy. Not a big deal. He won't see us. So after we get that one, we're going to mark this one down here. So we keep heading in the right direction here. We're just going to keep heading to 2. You'll start to see the manse coming up here real soon here. Almost there. And we are here. So to put in perspective, we are right located here. So if you wanted to follow that path, you know, make your way in the dark over through here. If you get lost, just get on like to a side of the wall and just keep pushing your way this way. Everything will eventually lead up into this area. Go ahead and open the door. Go on in. If you wanted to grab an item over here, you can grab an item. There's an item right over here. These swollen grapes, these are for a side quest if you wanted to do a side quest. Go ahead and get the grace. And then I highly recommend putting on back your normal, stronger armor. Go through here. We'll just put on what we had on before. As for talismans, I don't think it matters too much. I'm going to put on actually charge attacks because we're going to be fighting those heavy knights again, those divine knights. So I'm actually going to use that here. Speaking of that, we want a weapon with endure. So if you don't have a weapon with endure on it, I'd highly recommend grabbing that. Dragon, or anything with endure on it for that matter. Go ahead and put our shield on. And I think that is everything we need here. Go ahead and talk to the dude if you want to. You don't have to here, but he's just going to welcome you to the manse. We're going to strike this painting then and get on with this legacy dungeon. You can roll it or strike it. And then also we're going to be fighting a dude really quick up here, so if you don't already, I'd recommend Golden Vow. Go ahead and take some crab. And then we're going to wait for him to spawn in right here, and we're going to take him out. So go ahead for that. He's going to come close. When he does, use endure. Just like before. Take him out, and then you can go through the rooms here and cross and clear everything out. Not many too many things to worry about. Just go through, smash everything. Thought I saw a dude there, but I guess I didn't. And grab that. Grab that. And Alright, once they're done, we can move on to the next room. Go ahead and head back. Now that we're going to go into a dining room area, we can just run through and kill everything here. There's going to be Frenzy shooting down from above. Just ignore it for the most part. It's not going to come close to you. As long as you don't run into it. And if you do want to just shut it down, you can just hold your shield up. The shield will negate all of that anyway. Once all he's done, you're going to run into another one of those phantoms again, so make sure and buff up here. Take him out. Give me a lever back here if we go back here. As well as a dude here that might try to grab you. Take him out. Go ahead and pull the lever. It's going to open up this little pathway right here. We're going to climb the ladder. Up into the ladder. There's nothing actually in this room besides on the other side. You want to get this item, you can grab that. A little rune there for you. And take him out. Gonna be a dude right there. Lock onto him. And now we're gonna book it to over on this side. Take this dude out that was casting magic at us. And that is going to continue to shoot out, just if you let it do its thing. And then we're going to climb the ladder here. And this is going to bring us to the rafters. There's actually nothing we really need here on the rafters, so once you're up here, just book it to the next grace. Run on through. You're going to get a little playing right there with voices. That's Midra yelling in the background. If you wanted to rest here, you can go ahead and rest. And I just happened to remember we had forgot a upgrade out there. So let's go grab that upgrade. Don't worry, guys. It's really easy to get. Just go to Abyssal Woods real quick. The main grace. I completely forgot about this. I just happened to think about it. And if we want to go north, so from the grace head north that way. You're going to see like a little opening back here. Just run on back there. I'm going to kill this big rat. Make our life easier. Just run on straight back through. We're just heading north here. That's all we're doing. Put your marker on the north sign and just head north. Gonna run all the way back. Right back there. That's what we want. Go ahead and grab that. Probably gotta kill these dudes now, but and now we can head back. Go back to the Midra's library. Alright, let's rest the grace here. We're going to upgrade our scad to 18. So from the grace, We came from the rafter direction. We're going to go into the library now. We can actually switch back to a different weapon here if we want. Switch back to a dex weapon here. Dex weapon of your choice, whatever you want to use. And then we are going to make our way down. So we can actually drop here onto this bookcase. And we can drop down on top of this dude and ruin his day. And then we can go through here and we can grab the shortcut. So this is the shortcut back to the main room. That first main grace where the ghost is right there, that's where we are. And then we're going to go ahead and strike this painting. This is going to open up a secret path. We're going to run up here. Climb this ladder right here. And pull the lever. This lever is going to move a table over there, or I guess not a table, but a wall. As we see in the right-hand corner right now, it's going to scoot this over so we can jump over there. And by doing that, we can also use that to take out and snipe the two enemies over on the other side. So we can go from here. We're going to jump over onto that side. I wonder if you can just jump over, but just to be safe, we'll jump there first. And jump over here. And then jump over here. And run over here. Jump on this thing. And now we're going to snipe two enemies. So we got a big fatty and we got a little sniper. Let's take out the little sniper first. We'll use the Gram Bolt. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? So go ahead and take him out. Just remember this, you step forward three steps, so you can't stand up here or you'll fly yourself off. Stand back here. Take him out, and then you can shoot Fatty. And he's not going to know how to react to this. He's just going to be like, how do I get over there? I'm too lazy to go up these stairs, so I'm just going to fall over and die. Once he's dead, we're going to go up here. There's going to be a little hole here. Make sure and jump across that. If you wanted to grab the cool torch in this area, the cool Frenzy torch, this torch is actually pretty awesome. It shoots out Frenzy. So Nanaya's torch. And then we can just drop down here. Pick up the Spear Dash upgrade that he dropped there. And we're going to go through this door over here. Inside here, there'll be a few dudes. You can take these guys out. Gonna be one. There he is. I was like, where's he at, man? Take him out. Do one more dude over here. And we're gonna make our way into this room. Go ahead and get the grace. So we're actually at the boss door right there. The boss door is right there. Before we do that, though, we're going to knock down this ladder. Then we're going to jump on this chandelier, run under here, grab this Spear Dash, roll off this, climb back up the ladder. Go ahead and rest at the grace. We'll talk about Midra. So Midra is going to be the Lord of Frenzy. So Midra is a Lord of Frenzy. He's going to use all kinds of Frenzy spells. His head is all full of Frenzy. We're just going to use Bloodhound's Fang. He's going to be really weak to bleed. We're going to shut down everything he has with the Fingerprint Stone Shield. This thing is made to guard Frenzy. If you wanted to change out some of these, you could. I think we're just going to run with this, though. Enhance his charge attacks. I'm going to keep that on, actually. We've been doing a lot of charge attacks, so we're going to keep that on. And yeah, that's about it there. So he's going to be all crying there. I would buff with a lot of stuff before going in there. Just go ahead and pop out some stuff here. And oh, I forgot to put on that. I mean, this part is the easy part, so just start striking him. He's gonna die. We did forget to upgrade the Spirit Ash to 9, so... But it shouldn't be that big a deal, though. We'll still be plenty fine here. So I'll let his cutscene play out, just because it's kind of good.
Enough. I have endured more than enough.
Kind of a crazy cutscene.
I ask you forgive me, dearest Nanaya.
Somehow he grows 6 feet tall after he pulls that out of his back. I don't know how that works. This is one of the coolest soundtracks, I think, in the DLC, though. This is going in my gym playlist for sure. He looks a lot worse than he actually is. Right when we get in, we're going to summon our Mimic. And then we're going to hold up our shield. Let our Mimic come in there. Get Madness, make sure to heal. Halfway through, he's going to do an explosion. Just hold up your shield to shut down most of it. You'll still get damaged, but you should be alright. And if you get impaled, that's okay. You're not going to take too much damage. More so, just pay attention to how awesome this soundtrack is. You might do a frenzied beam to hit you if he does, be careful. But yeah, we got the bleed there. We didn't get to hear the drop in the song too. The song drops down really cool and with a cool verb. Oh man, it's a good song. Definitely look that one up if you haven't heard this full song of that. But yeah, he also does this like solar beam too at you that he didn't get to pull off, but he usually does it when he has like the last bit of his health left. So just when he does that, hold your shield up, be good. Go ahead and level up your Ash too right away. Let's not forget about doing that. Go ahead and level your Ash to 9. So 18 and 9. From there, let's travel on back out to the Round Table Hold, and we'll talk about his Remembrance and weapons. So his weapon I played with a little bit during my Let's Play. I think I played like 1 or 2 episodes with my Let's Play with that. He uses the Great Sword of Damnation. So the really cool thing about this is the Ash of War, the Golden Crux. You leap up and skewer foe from overhead. If successful, the weapon's barbs unfold and execute from within. Additional inputs releases the barbs in the area. So if you slam this down twice, two inputs, it's going to put spears into the ground and they pop out everywhere. So it's pretty cool. There's something of the Golden Order in sight for those fixed upon the crust. This has been a very popular weapon, used a lot in PvP. I would say overly used in PvP lately. I think it does actually need to be nerfed because the damage it puts out when it does the spikes is pretty crazy. Midra's Flame of Frenzy is pretty good. Obviously, you know, regular Flame of Frenzy is really good. This is just the upgraded version. So I'm going to say that's also a great choice if you're a Faith build. Both weapons are awesome to have, though. So if you wanted to duplicate this one would be a good one to duplicate if you run a Faith type of strength dex build. Mainly Faith and Strength, I guess I'd say. But yeah, that is Midra. So with that, we will head on back out, and the next, I think there's only 2 more left. We got Bayle to kill, and then we'll finish up the DLC over here and finish up Bellarat, at the top layer of Bellarat after we burn the tree. But we can actually start back the next grace. For the next episode, we'll be starting back at Pillar Path Waypoint. So head on back to Pillar Path Waypoint, and that is where we will end this episode out. So yeah, pretty easy boss. If you're struggling, use the shield. That's all I can say. You know, this shield will shut down all that frenzy. So stay tuned, guys. Much more of the walkthrough coming soon.